go. To face this way. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Testing. Huh? Are you logged in? Let me test my. Oh yeah, I can hear myself too. Sounding good. No feedback. Okay. Good. Oh, welcome. Hello, gaming with AK-47, whoever you are. I just want to write here. If you're here, put your thumbs up. D Sunny, hello, hello. You guys are very early. We are starting in 5 minutes time. Welcome, welcome. Lindoguse, hi. Just want to put in the chat here. Put your thumbs up to show me that you are here. I want to send a shout out. There we go. Put your thumb. Sorry for being early. No problem. We can just you know chat. Put your thumbs up to show me that you are here. We are starting in 5 minutes. There we go. Gaming with AK-47. I see you, Retabile. Welcome. I see you. Oh, that's my wife. Thumbs up. Welcome, wife. Who else is here? Let's see. There's only about 5 of us. Well, we have to wait. Put it low.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Hello.
Hi, this is my wife.
How much?
Say, how is your day? This is my son.
Mba.
Yeah. Go away. No. Yes, we're gonna wait how many more minutes? Why are you bringing here? She is not needed here. Take her away. Both of you are not needed here. Get out of my office.
This is it, though.
Yeah, go.
I can take this book?
No. This was just meant to be a test, but since we logged in, we're just gonna have to keep on doing shout outs. Mr. Sushi, I see you. Thumbs up. Lindogo will say, I see you. Thumbs up to you too. AK-47, say, how has your day been? Oh, my day's been great. I just came back from somewhere. I went somewhere in the morning and I just got back now. So the second half of the day is about to begin. Yeah. Okay, so we are preparing for your upcoming test that you will be writing in the upcoming week. We will be just focusing on paper one topics that you'll be writing on topics. Now, paper one topics, that's the whole of what do you call this? It's the whole of term one topics. Okay, so we will talk about that. Let me just remind the others to join us. Let me send a message on the grade 8 groups to say we are live now. Please join. We are live now. Please join. Yeah. So 2 minutes. We'll be getting started in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes time, we are getting started. Yes. Good to hear Yeah. Okay, Tisani, you deleted your message. You retracted it. I don't know why. Tisani. But I see you, Tisani. I see you. Whoever is joining us now, please put your thumbs up to show me you're here. I want to send a shout out to you while we wait. Mr. Sushi. Oh, well, there's two Mr. Sushis. Soccer IRL, thumbs up. I see you, Soccer IRL. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Let's wait a little bit. Let's just wait a little bit. So I've prepared some questions that will be Klein. I see you, Klein. Thumbs up. Welcome, Klein. Onalena Sitole, I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, as I was saying, I've prepared some questions that are similar to what will be coming out in your exams. Kamohelo Lepale, welcome. I see you. Dudu Koza, welcome. I see you. Tweezer Boy Shady, I see you. Thumbs up. Shout out to you, Retabile. I see you. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. As I was saying, I've prepared a revision task that is similar to what you should be expecting next week in your tests. So whatever we're doing today, take it serious. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to my phone to see your shout outs, but I'm also going to show you what I see on my screen so that you see the papers together with the answers. So please have a pen, paper, or your exercise book. Let's use your official exercise book. If you've got space there, maybe at the back, I'm cool with that. Let's use the back panel. Let's use the back. We will write the questions and answers there. Don't you worry, the questions are very short. You'll be able to write them while we answer them together. Okay. Let me join from my cellular phone this side and put my volume down. I'm still gonna see you. Okay. Let's check time. Okay, can we get started now? So I'm gonna start off the session, and then I'm gonna do question 1 with you, and then my wife will do the rest. So here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna share my screen so that you can see the papers. That's not what I want you to see. That's what I want you to see. There we go. Okay, so we all good now? Okay, so on my left, on the left of the screen, this is the question paper. This is what the questions I've prepared. Like I said, question 1, I'll do it with you. Question 2, my wife will come in and she'll do that. And she'll do question 3 as well. So I'm going to project the questions this side on the left, as you can see, and then this document on the right. It has both questions, and we are going to work the answers here. If you want this document of answers, that's the one I'm going to be sending to you. Let's see who else is joined. Klein, is it okay if we use notebooks? Go ahead, Klein, use a notebook. But whatever you do, make sure that it is very clear what you are doing. Okay, let's get started right now. The time now is 2 minutes past, half past. Okay, so I said we're writing on the right of my screen, so I'll start inking this side. I'm going to write what you should write in your exam next week. Okay, so when you get that clean piece of, are you going to start with your name? I'm not going to write that now because, don't, and the date and what you're writing. After that, you will write the word question. Please do write question 1. Now, this means all questions under question 1 will be done here. Don't do this thing of doing 1.9 in a, after doing question 2, after doing question. So we'll start 5 minus open bracket 3 minus 1. Now, you of technology sometimes. You have learned different ways of answering this question, right? So I'm just gonna stick to one, okay? That do. I'm going to use the distributive property. I know there are many properties you could use, so I'm gonna say 5. And then here, remember, when we don't have a number here, we actually have a an imaginary 1. So there's an imaginary 1 here. Oh, by the way, let's do this. If you get the answer before me, just pop it there in the comment section, and let's see if you can get the answer for me. DM, welcome, and Neo, welcome. I see you, Neo. So using the distribution property of -1 times 3, and that gives me -3. For the next one, I'll say -1 times -1, which gives me a +1, because a negative and a negative gives me a positive. Finally, I will have 5 minus 3 plus 1. 5 minus 3 gives me, what's 5 minus 3? It's 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 is my final answer. Well, you could have also said, just to show you another option, 5 minus, using BODMAS. According to BODMAS, we should start with brackets first. So inside the brackets, I have 3 minus 1. Now, 3 minus 1 gives me 2. That's what's inside the bracket. Now, I'm still with the bracket. I need to get rid of the bracket. So there's an imaginary 1 here. Okay, so I say 1 times 2, and that gives me 2. Now I have 5 minus 2, which is also 3. So these are just 2 ways of how to do this. Okay, Jaden, welcome. Welcome, Jaden. Welcome, Tiro. I see you. Let's go on to one. Well done to you guys who got the answer faster than I did. Well done to you. The next one is 2 plus 3, open bracket, 4 plus 1. Now let's use BODMAS. I prefer BODMAS, not the distributive property. According to BODMAS, everything else stays the same. I must just deal with the bracket. Well, it's inside the bracket. It's 4 plus 1, which gives me 5. Okay. And then I have 2 plus. Now, I still have a bracket here, which means I need to multiply it out. So it becomes 3 times 5. And 3 times 5 gives me 15, isn't it? So 15 plus 2, that is 17. Did anybody get it? Ooh, someone got 25. No. You must follow BODMAS. If you don't use BODMAS, your answers will be wrong. So 15 plus 2 is just 17. That's my final answer. Jaden, we're not at school. Come on, aka be nice. Welcome, Isaac. 25. Welcome, Isaac. Let's move on quickly. We are now on 1.3. Let's move. We've got now 1 minus, open bracket, -2, close it, minus 3 plus 2. Now, according to BODMAS, if you don't use BODMAS, your answer will be wrong. Simple as that. Let's always use BODMAS. According to BODMAS, I must start with the brackets first. There's already a number inside the bracket. So which means I must get rid of the bracket. Remember, if there's no number in front of the bracket, there is an imaginary 1. So I have to multiply -1 with a negative 2, which will give me a positive 2. Everything else stays the same, -3 plus 2. Okay, now what's 1 plus 2? 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. So our final answer is 2. Did anybody get it? Let's see. Nobody got it. Welcome, Sweet Lips. Welcome. I see your thumbs up. DM again. Where? Yeah. Who's this? Stebo. Welcome. Stebo RSA. Welcome. I see you. Let's move on, guys, to 1.4. If there's any questions so far, just pop them in the chat there. So I have 7 squared minus the square root of 30. It's first 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. Now, remember, we need also to treat the square root sign like a bracket, which means we also need to deal with it immediately first. So a square root of 36 is simply 6. Now, what is 49 minus 6? Now, please, I know some of you can do this in your head. Some of you cannot. That is why you have a calculator. A calculator is allowed. So I need now to go get my calculator. Excuse me a little bit. I forgot my calculator. You should not forget your calculator in the exam. Okay, so your calculator should always be there. There's my calculator. Let me just put it in a conventional mode. And then let's go back now to the questions that we need. Okay, so here we go. Now, in my head, I do not know what 49 minus 6 is, but I can see you guys are giving me answers. 43, very good, very good. It is 43. But let's just say you didn't know how to do that. You would say 49 minus 6, and then you get the 43. Well done, guys. I wish I could give you merits for getting correct answers, but seeing that we don't have merit system here, we're just gonna 43 continue. I will, reward you in my kindness, if that makes sense. All right, let's go for 1.5 now. 1.5, we got the square root of 49 plus the cubic root of 125 minus 3 squared. Now remember, I said to you, we're doing all these questions according to BODMAS, and we treat a square root like a bracket. So brackets first. What is the square root of 49? Square root of 49. Now let's say you did not know what the square root of 49 is. Please bring out your calculator like so. And then you put the square root sign and then put 49. It will give you the correct answer, which is 7. Now let's say you did not know what the cubic root of 125 is. Okay, now the cubic root is right there and it is orange, which means I need to press shift first, press the square root sign, and then you put 125 under there. That's equals to 5. So this one is 5. Let's go ahead and do 3 squared. Now let's say you didn't know what 3 squared is. So you'll just, say 3, there's the sign for squared there, and say equals to 9. Now you have to do this working first so that it makes sense. Okay, now let's say you didn't know how to add these up. Use your calculator. It's 7 plus 5 minus 9. Let's see, what are you guys getting? Some are getting 7, some are getting 3, some are getting 5. Let's see what the correct one is. It is indeed 3. Let's see who gave me those answers. Well done, Klein. Well done, Kamohelo. I see you, Kamohelo. You're the first one, Kamohelo, to get the answer right. Who else got it right? Jaden, well done. Setelo, well done. Tutu, well done. Tutu. Kangweleni, well done. Tiro, well done. We all got 3s. Okay, let's move on now to 1.6. Let's go for 1.6. Now, 1.6, what do we have on 1.6? 1.6, we have 8 minus 2. What is it doing? Technology. Come on, technology. Can't keep doing this, technology. Okay, let's start again. Okay, 1.6. Once again, we have 8 minus 2 all over 2 plus 1. Okay, now let's see who will get this one. We can still use BODMAS here. We just have to start with the top part. What is 8 minus 2? 8 minus 2 is 6, right? Divided by what is 2 plus 1? 2 plus 1 is 3. So you kind of have to start with the top, simplify the top first, and then simplify the bottom before you actually do the division. 6 divided by 3 is 2 indeed. Let's see who got it right. Klein, well done. Setelo, well done. Light space time, well done. You're the first one to get it right. Light space time. Soka, IRL, well done. Macha, well done. I see you, Macha, welcome. Lindoguhle and Ndlovu, welcome. Well done. We all got the correct answer of 2. Okay, let's move on now. Let's go to 1.7. This one is a little bit tough, but it's 6 plus, open the brackets, minus 15, close it, all over, open the brackets, minus 3, and then open again, put a 2. Now, according to BODMAS, I must start with brackets first. Everything else stays the same, so I've got a 6. Remember I said if there's no number in front of the brackets, there's always an imaginary one. I'm going to say of the brackets, I'm going to say a positive 1 times a negative 15. That will give me minus. So I'm going to just multiply the 2 brackets. Negative 3 times a 2. Negative 3 times 2 is negative. Now, you have to bring your calculator if you're not sure what 6 minus. Let's start there. 6 minus 15. We're doing everything step by step. It is negative 9. Everything else stays the same. At the bottom, I have negative 6. So, you know how to deal with this. All you have to do, put the sign and then negative. Don't use minus. Make sure to use this negative sign. Negative sign. Downstairs, you put a negative 6. And then you say equals to over 2. That's our final answer right there. Who got it right? I press SD if I want to give it in 0.5. But remember, guys, if the question is A are correct, but this one is more correct. You get marks for both. Let's see who got it right. Who was the first one to get it right? It was light space time. Well done, light space time. Klein, what number is that? 1 million. I don't know. I'm lagging. Why am I lagging? No, I'm not lagging. My Wi-Fi is perfect. Klein, you got 17. Got 15. Dudu, correct. Well done. Macha, well done. Indoguhle, well done. Kangwelani, well done. I see you. Neo, I see you. Well done. Mapenya, well done. I see you. Well done. Okay, let's move on swiftly. Let's go now for 1.8. We are now in 1.8. So 1.8 is like so. We've got 22 over 7 times 14. I am lagging. That's weird because I shouldn't be lagging. According to my standards, my Wi-Fi is perfect. I'm fine. Um, Isaac says, no, Mirrors. No, I'm not lagging. Anyway, for this type of question, I would encourage you to actually use a calculator because it's a little bit complex. If I say, okay, let's do this 22, come downstairs, put in a 7. If I say, what's that equals to? I still get 22 over 7. So I can't simplify that further, which means I'm just going to put it in the calculator exactly as it is. So 22 over 7, go to the other side once, and then put a times 14. 14, I can't simplify it further. My final answer is 44. Okay. Did anyone get 44? Mirens, well done, Mirens. I see you. Light speed, space, time. I see you. Lindo Gugutle, well done. Lindo Gugutle, Dudu, well done. Stibo, well done. Neo, well done. Macha, everybody got 44. Prince Mabena, well done, Prince Mabena. Okay, let's move on then to the last question, which is 1 point. Now, there are many different ways to do this. If you like, you can say 30, division sign into a multiplication sign. Then you must also change your fraction. The fraction must change. The top becomes the bottom and the bottom becomes the top. So instead of 5 over 4, it becomes 4 over 5. Let's use the calculator. Now, you can actually use a calculator for both. I'm sure you can do this. So I'm just going to do both. Let's start with the division one. If you say 30, divide by, bring the fraction sign, 5, come downstairs, put in a 4. That's gonna give you an answer of 24. So we get 24 if we do it that way. What about this way? This way, it's 30 times, put in the fraction, 4 over 5. That's gonna be equals to 24 once again. You can use any of these systems. Who got it right? Let's see. Macha, well done. You got it. Lindo Guhle was the first one to get it. Lindo Guhle Ndlovu, well done. Come on, hello. I see you. Well done. Mirans, Dudu. Light space. Nah. Light space time. You did not get it right. That is incorrect. But you've been doing well so far. Neo, well done. Jaden, Tletelo, well done. Mirans, well done. Macha, Klein, Lindingobo, well done. I see your answers. Tweezy Boy Shady, welcome. I see you. Tisani, welcome. 24. See your answer. Well done, guys. We can now move on to question 2. Like I said, from question 2, I'm going to call my wife now to take over here at this point. She will. Sweet Lips, 43. No, Sweet Lips. No. I hope you wrote the corrections, Sweet Lips. No. All right. You can come on over. Help me welcome my wife.
Can't see myself. Hello, everyone. Okay, this is my first time doing a live, so please just bear with me. Yeah, okay. So I'm looking at my phone just to see the comments that you guys have, and then I'll try to multitask like my husband was doing. Not so great at that, but in any case, let's do it. Okay, I hope you guys are well. By the way, please don't forget to like our channel and subscribe to it. Okay, we'll bring you quality content. You get to also take part in polls that we do conduct, so and we can work from there. All right, so now let's go to question 2. All right, so now we're going to do ratios. By the show of hands, how many of you have watched that video of ratios? Okay, it's fine. List on YouTube channel, and then you can go ahead and watch it at your own leisure. All right, so now 2.1, it says divide 120 in the ratio of 2 to 3. So how do you go about doing that? If you've watched the video, you've seen that you take the 2 and you add with 3, right? So you have a ratio of 2 to 3. So 2 over 5, which you calculate, and you multiply it by that 120. Okay, then we're gonna get the answer for that shortly. And then we also take that 3 over 5 and we're gonna multiply it by 120 and get the answer for that. Okay, so you can use a calculator here, or if you can, just by looking at it. I prefer we use the calculator because sometimes in an exam we are stressed. Our heads all over the show. You're looking at the time, you're looking at the marks, and yeah. So rather just take a calculator in this case and then check your answer. All right. The nice thing though about getting these ratios is as you add the two together, you should get back to 120. Okay, I'll show you shortly what I mean. So we have 2 over 5 and we multiply by 120, so we get 48 Rand. Okay, so there it is. And then we have 3 over 5 and we're gonna multiply by 120, and that is 72 Rand. So 72, if we add it up with 48, we better get 120, because if you don't, then something is wrong. Okay. What did I do? 48. Okay, so there we go. We have 120. All right, so we managed then to divide 120 in the ratio of 2 to 3. Now let me check. Yes, I see it there. 48 Rand 72. Yay! Okay, let's go to 2.2. So now it says divide 72 in the ratio, not ration, ratio. 2 is to 3 is to 4. So same thing again. We have this ratio 2 to 3 to 4. I am going to add them up. So we have 2 plus 3 plus 4, and that gives us 9, right? 5 plus 4 is 9, or 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9. All right, so then what do? We're going to say 2 over 9, okay? And we are multiplying it by 72. Again, we're going to take, okay, so that's equal to a value there. And then we're going to take 3 over 9, and we're going to multiply it by 72. And lastly, we're going to take 4 over 9 and multiply it by 72. Okay, now let's check out what the answer is. All right, as I said, some of you can calculate it in your heads, but for the sake of accuracy, sometimes we can rely on the calculator. Unless if the sum says without the use of a calculator, then I would recommend you go and calculate it the long way. All right, let me see. Ooh, answers already coming up. I am slow. Okay. So now we have 24 over there with 3 over 9. And then 4. So I see, yeah, quite a lot of you are getting. The first one to get it is Klein. That's Linda Gutle. Yes, but just one. Oh, yes, then you wrote it later on. Recognize me. You're like, you wrote it so many times. Do, Koza, I see you. Now, Lekala, congrats, guys. I'm happy. I'm happy that you guys are getting it. All right. Let's go on to 2.3. So it says the ratio of boys to girls is 5 to 7. Okay, so this over there, our girls are leading there. So we have the ratio of 5 to 7. Okay, in a certain playground. Now the total number of boys and girls is 144. How many boys are there? So we're literally going to focus on the boys. All right. But again, when we start, we're going to just add 5 and 7, which gives us 12. Please don't give us the number of girls. They didn't ask for it. Let's just stick to what the question asked, girls and boys, but let's just focus on the boys. All right, and then we're going to multiply by 100. All right, so 5 over 12 times 144. Yeah, I'm tempted to do it in my head, but again, let's consult the calculator to ensure accuracy. And put in there, we make sure as well that we put in the correct numbers. There we go, we have 60 boys. Okay, if you wanted to know the amount of girls, you can just say 144 minus 60, but we're not focusing on the girls now, we're focusing on the boys. All right, so 60 boys. Yes, I see light space time. Thank you. Mirrors again. Kalalapale. I said only boys. You're giving me two answers. Boys only. Klein, just boys. Guys, we're focusing on the boys. Yes, Didu. Mawete. Yes, 60. Okay, so let's go on to 2.4. I think we're done with the ratios now. Now we are dealing with discounts there. So a pair of jeans marked at 450 is sold at a discount of 25%. My goodness, that would be a nice discount to go to the shops for. Okay, now it says calculate the discount. Okay, so be careful there. It says calculate the discount, not calculate the discounted price. All right, just the discount. So then if we're going to look for 25% of the amount, 450, all right, you can write it as you calculate it. You can say 25% exactly as it is, and we multiply 100. Okay, you can write it like that, and then you can multiply it by 450. Okay, so let's go ahead and employ that calculator. So 25% multiplied by 450, and we get 112 discount. Okay, if they asked for discounted price, we would say 450 minus this 112.5. So yes, Klein, I see you there, Sianda. Thank you. So we have 112 Rand and 50 cents. That is the discount. Okay, if you wanted to know the discounted price, so that you can tell your parents, like, Mom, it's not 450, okay? The price has been dropped down to 337.5. So can I please have money? All right, but they didn't ask for that. They just asked for the discount. Okay. So 2.5. What is that about Bokang? So Bokang wants to invest 5,000 at a bank. Okay, that is wise of him or her. Nedbank offers 11% simple interest per year for 4 years. Okay, that sounds like a good interest. Now it says determine the investment at the end of 4 years. So the formula has been given to you. All right. So the simple interest formula, you're going to get the principal amount. All right, your interest rate, R, N, which stands for the period, okay, and we're dividing it by 100. All right, so that is the formula. So the 100 there, it is to supplement for that 11%. Remember percent, okay, got it? So what is the principal amount? Principal amount is 5,000 Rand. Okay, that's what he or she had. All right, and then the interest rate there, the simple interest, that is 11. We're going to write it as it is. Please do not put the percent. Don't put it because we already have that 100 in the formula. Okay, so it's already factored for. So you just put 11. All right. And then the period, they told us 4 years. So we're just going to put it in years there, 4. And we divide all of that by 100. Okay, this is now we're calculating the simple interest. We haven't yet determined the investment. It's just the simple interest. So let us go to the calculator and just calculate then what that amount is. So we have 5,000 multiplied by 11, not 111, and multiplied by 4. We're dividing that by 100, and we get 220. Okay, so 220, that is the interest that has been gained on this 5,000 for 4 years. Now, what is the investment at the end of 4 years? So if she goes or he goes to the bank and says, okay, I've been putting this money in your account. I put in 5,000, it's 4 years now. How much have I gotten this far? So basically, the investment at the end of 4 years is going to be that 5,000 that Bokam put initially and the 220 Rand interest that was gained. Okay, so at the end, how much does he or she have? How much does Bokang have? It's 5,220 Rand. All right, so I see you guys calculated the interest, simple interest, yes, but the final answer, who got it? Ooh, Sianda, 7,000. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. 7,200, but not quite, right? All right, so Klein has it there, 5,220. That's correct. So please, 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 please be careful. Do not just calculate the simple interest. They did not ask for simple interest only. They asked for the investment at the end of 4 years. So imagine this. You're walking into a bank, you want to grow your money, you're tired of eating all of it, you want to invest it, and you want to know. Some of you put money today, already at the end of the month, how much have I gained? All right, so we want the total amount at the end of 4 years, not just the interest, the entire amount. Okay, the investment at the end of 4 years. Awesome. And now 2.6. So you visit China to buy a Gucci bag, which costs 1,550 yen. So if you had 26,500, would it be enough to buy the bag? You're going straight to China, not China Mall, but China.
Back to your question, check your calculator.
Oh, did I do something wrong?
Yes. You divided by 1,000 instead of
Oh,
100.
oh my gosh. Yo. Thank you for that. You're not. I'm the one busy telling you here about using the calculator and the accuracy. All right, so yes, guys, I am incorrect. So you guys there who got 7,200, you guys are correct. Okay, so I was too quick to type there. Okay, so 2,200 is the simple interest. And if we add there the 2,200, thank you for correcting my mistake. Yeah, so my Mangena, yes, Sianda Maseko, thank you so much. Thank you. Johanna, thank you for telling me that I divided by 1,000. Oh, gosh. Okay, thank you for correcting me. I would have definitely gotten it wrong at the exam. Okay, some of us have we typed too much. Oh, all right, so there we go. 7,200 is the correct answer, so I got it wrong there. Sorry, guys. I was too quick. Back to China. Okay, let's go back to China. We're not going to China more, we're going to China straight. So you have 26,500. Can you afford this Gucci bag? Guys, I don't even know how much a Gucci costs. Does any of you know? So if you have 1 yen, all right, they told us there that 1 yen is actually equivalent. Someone write it like this. So 1 yen is equivalent to 22 Rand 60 cents. My hairline, Klein. What about my hairline? Okay, anyway, so 1 yen is 22 Rand 60. Okay. And then what do I have? I have 26,000 Rand, 500 Rand. Okay, 26,500 Rand. So why am I putting it this way? I want to ensure that the rands cancel out because I want to know this amount in yen. Okay, so that's why I'm writing it like this. If maybe I had yen and wanted to convert it to rands, yeah, I would have done it the other way around. So on my fraction, 1 yen is equivalent to 22 Rand 60. I write it this way, and I'm multiplying by the rands so that the rands calculate, and whatever answer I'm left with is in yen. Okay. Alrighty, now let's try the calculator again. This time, checking if I'm doing the correct thing. So 26,500, or maybe let me put it like this. So I have that yen over 22 Rand 60. 22 Rand 60. Okay. And then I'm multiplying it by 26,500. Yo, my goodness, it keeps adding more numbers. 26,500. Okay. And if I calculate that, I get 1,000. Ooh, not rands. Not rands. We're looking at yen now. So 1,172. I would round it off to 2 decimal places. Okay. So it'll be 57. So 1,172 and 57 yen. Okay, you got it? Yes, Sianda got it. Miracle. Miracle, we had 26,500. No? Yes, 26,500. So we're not getting more rands. We're trying to get yen. Okay. 172 and 57 yen. Will that be enough for a good? Or maybe, Miracle, Mirrens, not Miracle, Mirrens teller maybe was telling us how much a Gucci bag costs. Is it 15,000 Rand in South Africa? Okay, but basically we have 1,172 and 57 yen. All right, and how much is it? So our Gucci bag actually costs 1,500. I'm used to the rands, sorry guys. So we have 1,550 yen. So the question is, if you had 26,500, would it be enough to buy the bag? No, it is not enough to buy the bag. We can't afford Gucci. Let's maybe buy something else, maybe Gucci, not Gucci. Okay, so we can't afford the Gucci bag. All right, let's go back and work some more. Okay, now 2.7. It says, okay, let's answer the question actually. Will it be enough? No, it will not be enough. No, it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. So now, 2.7, it says, Untatile visits her friend who stays 20 kilometers away. If she drives her car at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour, how long will it take her to arrive? Okay, what is Mirren saying? I watch Japanese movies, so it's 117. Okay, 1,172. Okay, Mirrens. All right. So now we're going back to yes. If she drives her car at a speed of 120, how long will it take her to arrive? All right. So there is that triangle. Okay. Can anyone remind me what do you write at the top of that triangle? Let me just wait for the comments. You already gave me the answer. Klein is like 6 hours. Okay, in the triangle, for those who don't know, what do you put in the top part? Okay, the distance there that we have is 20 kilometers. Okay, and her speed is 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, so on the top there, you're saying we write distance. Okay, on the right, sorry, on the left, here where I have. Thank you, Dudu. Thank you. Okay, so we put speed. Yes. Time. Alrighty. So using this triangle, I calculated a different way. I'll just show you how I do it. But we are looking for time. How long will it take her to arrive? So basically the time then would be the distance divided by the speed. Okay, time on the left. Okay, so Jaden says time. Okay, guys. Yeah, while you're busy there trying to sort yourselves out. Okay, some say speed, some say time. Does it really? Okay, Jaden. Time on the right. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. So anyway, We're looking for time. So how calculated, we're definitely going to take the distance there on top and we're going to divide it by the speed. All right, this will cancel out. And then the hours will go to the top. Is the answer. Someone said 6 hours. Let's check. Is it really going to be 6 hours? So we have 20 there, 20 kilometers, sure. 20 kilometers away, 120, yes. So 20 divided by 120. So I get let's just write it there, which then translates to how many hours? It's going to be 0,17 hours. That's how long it will take her. Okay. Hours. All right. So what is your answer? What did you guys get? Anyway, I told you I have my way of doing it. So this triangle, by the way, it works quite perfectly. It's quite nice. What I do, I would take the 120 kilometers per hour because I'm looking for time. I would swap it around. Okay, so you have 120 kilometers per hour. I would write the hour per 120 kilometers and I would multiply it by 20 kilometers. I want the kilometers to cancel out so that I'm left with the hours. Okay, so again, 20 divided by 1. And that is basically 0,17, or maybe let's just say 0,2 hours.
Sorry, you are lagging. Can we change the...
Are we still fine? Is everything sorted? Lindy Ngobo says download. Okay, what happened now? The screen is not showing.
You need to put the screen back.
Okay, yeah, guys, technology.
So we're gonna go there.
All right, Mirance, you said you are confused. Are you confused with the way I did it, or are you confused by the triangle that we used? Please clarify there, Mirance. Okay, I think we're...
School.
Okay. Yeah, it's klein, technology. All right, so Mirance, yeah, just please confirm. There's someone calling me. Yeah. Oh, you're convinced by the way I'm doing it. You know what? You don't have to know it. It's okay. Just stick to the triangle. The triangle works out perfectly. Okay, so don't do it my way. Let's use the triangle. Let's skip the other way that I've done it. It's okay. All right. So yeah, let's just do that and move on. Okay. So the way I'm doing it, no, let's not even go there. Let's not go there. The triangle works perfectly. Let's stick to what works. Okay, since you're writing now. All right, Jaden, sorry about the confusion, guys. Let's just stick to the triangle. We'll deal with the other way in matric. Okay, so 2.8, it says Jaden travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours. Okay, how many kilometers will he travel in 120 minutes? Again, we're going to use our triangle, all right? Which works perfectly, by the way. So let's use what works. Okay, so you have your distance, have your speed, you have your time. So Jaden travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours. I would suggest let us work out his speed. And why would we work out his speed? Or is it a she? I don't know. But yeah, we need to work out. Okay, it said he. So we need to work out his speed because we can then see how many kilometers he would travel in 120 minutes. All right, so let's work out first what his speed is as he travels this 180 kilometers in 3 hours. Okay, so what would speed be equal to? It would be equal to distance over time, right? And what is the distance that he traveled? It is 180 kilometers. What is the time that he took? It's 3 hours. Okay, so now 180 divided by 3. Depressed mood. He's asking what's going on. Okay. All right, let's just first determine the speed of Jaden. So 180 kilometers divided by 3, that would be 60 kilometers per hour. All right. Oh, let me just say, yeah. Some write it like this, per hour. Some would be kilometers per hour. Let's put it like that. Okay. So if that is his speed per hour, someone said they're faster than that. Yeah, you guys. Okay. Jaden is nothing at this point. Okay, all right. Anyway, so that's his speed, right? Now, how many kilometers will he travel in 120 minutes? Okay, so this 120 minutes, if we convert it to hours, that's basically going to be 2 hours, right? Because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So if we have 120, it means we have 2 hours. Just converting it now. Now, how many kilometers? So now we're looking for distance. So how many kilometers will he travel in 120 minutes? So distance in this case is equal to speed multiplied by time. All right. So what is the speed that we calculated? So basically we had 60 kilometers per hour and multiplied by the time, which is 2 hours. Okay. So the hours there will cancel and we're left with the distance. So we have ultimately 120 kilometers. And I think I saw that somewhere someone had already calculated it. Yes, Sianda, well done. Dudu Koza already calculated a while ago. Also, Kangwelani. Yes, Sianda, see you there. All right. Panda is asking, are we going to write about this on Monday? Panda, didn't they give you the scope of the exam? Please just check. All right, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Macha, it was 2 hours, but the distance ultimately is 120 kilometers. So we are done with question 2. Let's move over to question 3. Before we go there, I'm just going to wait a minute just to ask, is everybody fine? Is there anything that you didn't understand? Are you guys okay? Is there anything I need to clarify with question 2 before we move over to question 3? Okay, so Allison, he is lost. Please explain. Okay, so let's go back to question 2. So imagine this. Okay, Jaden is in a car and he's driving. All right, and he's driving maybe, let's say, from I don't know from where to where, from Pretoria to somewhere that's a little bit far, somewhere that's 180 kilometers away. Okay. And then as he's traveling, he actually, before he reaches his destination, it takes him 3 hours. Okay. So at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if you're traveling 180 kilometers in 3 hours, what is the speed that you're traveling at? Okay, because on the highway, we travel at 120 kilometers per hour. So I need to go I need to go then and say, okay, what speed is Jaden traveling at? So for us to calculate it, so we use this triangle over here. We're trying to get the speed, right? Which is then distance over time. So then we get what Jaden's speed is, which is 60 kilometers per hour. So Jaden was really driving very slow on the highway, if he was on the highway. Okay. I don't know if you guys focus on the speed as your parents drive, because you shouldn't be driving at this point, right? You're in grade 8, unless if your parents are teaching you somewhere, but you shouldn't be driving on the roads. So 60 kilometers per hour is the speed that you would normally drive at, maybe when you're in a residential area. All right. So we needed to first get the speed at which he is traveling before we get how many kilometers he travels in 120 minutes. Okay. By the way, 3 hours is 180 minutes. So we want to know, okay, if it took him 3 hours to travel 180 kilometers, if he were to travel for 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, how long what would be his distance? How many kilometers would he have traveled? Okay. So then we go back to using the distance formula then, still using the triangle, because when we're looking for distance, distance would be speed multiplied by time. So we already have the speed that he was traveling at. So that's 60 kilometers per hour. And then we need to multiply it by the time that he would take in 120 minutes to actually get the final distance. So how many kilometers would he have traveled in 120 minutes? We take that 60 multiplied by 2, and that is 120 kilometers that he has traveled. Okay. Yeah. Are you fine now, Swisiso? Me, I don't understand distance. Okay, so distance is literally like, don't you understand the actual term for distance? Yeah, it's like if you walk somewhere from one place to another, how many meters is it, or how many kilometers? How long the distance is. So basically, that's how we calculated using this triangle. But yeah, if there's anyone who doesn't understand still, I think let's go to question 3, because some of you guys are waiting to see what is there on question 3. Then if there's still questions for question 2, we can go back to them. All right. So Panda's asking, are we doing this tomorrow again? No, Panda, we are going to church tomorrow. We are going to church and pray that whatever we have studied, God will help us to remember it. The Holy Spirit will help us to remember it. And He will help us in the exam so that we know how to answer these questions. Okay. So tomorrow you'll be practicing by yourself after you coming back from church, if you go to church. If you don't, then I guess you'll be practicing. So question 3. Now it says, write down the factors of 30. Okay, so we're going to take 30 and we're going to write down some factors. Okay, so we're going to break it down a bit. So if I were to have 1 is a factor, what do I have to multiply by that 1 to get 30? That would simply be 30. All right. Then I see, okay, if I were to have 2, what do I need to multiply by for me to get 30? So I'd have to multiply by 15. And then if I have 3, what do I need to multiply by to get 30? I would have to multiply by 10. 4. Is 4 a factor of 30? What do you guys say? Okay. All right. Anyway, 4, is it a factor? If you're not sure if a number is a factor or not, you can check on your calculator, all right? Because if it's a factor, you will not get any decimal, all right? So let's say 30 divided by 4, is it a factor? I don't think so, but let's see. So already I have a decimal, so it's not a factor. What about 5? Okay, what do I need to multiply by 5 to get 30? You can also check. It should be 6, but let's check. So let's say 30 divided by 5. I get 6. Okay. 7, is that a factor? I don't think so. So we check 7, is it a factor? No. 8, is it a factor? I don't think so either. 9, no. Okay. So basically, we've listed all the factors that could be there, but we need to write it out nicely. Okay. So in the comment section, how would you write your final answer? If it says write down the factors of 30, we will then put 1 there. Okay, use a semicolon. 2, we have 3, we have 5, 6, 10, 15. Okay, yeah, 30. It's a factor of 30. So that's how you're going to write down the factors of 30. All right. Okay, so Mr. Ellison, you're saying no. Yes, Kamkhelo Lepale. Yes, so we got it there. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Klein, yes, definitely. So Mr. Ellison, I'll get back to you. All right. Junior, yes. Thank you very much. All right, now let's go to 3.2. So it says write down prime numbers between 15. Geez, between 15 and 75. My goodness. What is a prime number, by the way? Does anybody know? Does anybody want to put down in the comment section what a prime number is? Okay, so a prime number, for those who don't know, it's basically a number that can be divided by itself and 1. Okay, it only has those 2 factors, itself and 1. The moment you have more than itself and 1, meaning other factors, then it's not a prime number anymore. All right. So what we're going to do then, what are you saying here? A neutral number greater than 1. Okay, Sienda. Yes, so Kamogelo, yeah, a number that can only be divided by 1 and itself. Yes, that is correct. So between 15 and 75. Yo, guys, we're going to work here. Okay, so after 15, we have 16, right? 16 is not a prime number, but 17 is. Okay, 18, no. 19 is. 20, no. 21, no. 22, 23, yes. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, yeah. Definitely not 30, 31, it's a possibility, yes. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, it is. 37 is a prime number. Okay, so if you're quicker than me, you can write it down in the comment section. Oh, Sibusisa understands. Okay, awesome. All right, so yeah, 37, 38, 37 is a prime number, but 38, no. 39, no. 40, 41, I think 41 is a prime number. 42, 43, I think 43 is a prime number. Yeah. 44, 45, 46, 47, I think 47 is a prime number. 48, 49, 50. Geez, when are we going to finish? 51, I think it is. 52, 53, I think it is. 54, 55, 56, 57. Yeah, 57, I think it is. If I'm wrong, please tell me. 57, 58, 59. 59. Okay. I think 59 is a prime number. 60, no. 61. Is 61 a prime number? I think so. Yeah, I know 63 is not a prime number. 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Is it a prime number? I think it is. 68, 69, no. 70, no. 71, I think 71 is a prime number. 72, 73 could be. We'll check it. 74, definitely not 75. 51 is not a prime number. Oh, it's divisible by 17. Oh, thank you for checking that. Thank you for checking that. Okay, yeah. 51 is not a prime number. Okay. Yeah. 84. Okay, we are looking at numbers between 15 and 75. DM, I don't know what you mean there. Okay. So Sianda, all right, so we have similar ones, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59. Okay, 57, is that a prime number? Please someone check. 59, 61, 67, 71, and 73. 73. Can we divide it by something else? Okay, I think we can check there. Is 73 a prime number? I think it is. We cannot divide it by 3, that much I know. By 9, I don't think so. No, I think it's a prime number. All right, so yes, I had 51 there, which was incorrect. But yeah, those are our prime numbers. All right, this question will actually take quite a number of time to calculate or to actually write down everything. But it is what it is. Now 3.3. Let's go there. It says, write down the multiples of 4 that are less than 80. Okay, so you guys can again comment below. I will just write the numbers, okay, until we get to a number that is less than 80. So we have 4. 4 times 2, so that's 8. Multiples, yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, okay, 48, 52, 56, okay, yeah, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, okay, are you guys writing there? Oh, 57 is divisible by 3. Oh, yes, 5 plus 7 is 12. So 12 can be divisible by 3. Okay. 19. 19 is a prime number. I can't see what else you'd be dividing it by. But yes, 57, it is definitely divisible by 3. Okay. All right. So where was I? So 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68. And then we have 72. And then we have 76. Okay, and they said, yeah, multiples of 4 that are less than 80. Do we include 80? No, they said less than. If they said less than and equal to 80, then we would include 80, but 76 is definitely where we're stopping. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely that. Thank you, Klein, for that correction. Oh, 57 is divisible by, okay, thank you. Thank you for that confirmation. Yes, we're still saying chill, guys. It's fine. You guys can go crazy as long as you're learning. Okay, as long as you're learning. I'm also out here still learning. Okay, so there we go. We've written down the multiples of 4 that are less than 80. Now, 3.4, we are given these numbers. Okay, so we have, by the way, this is the last question, question 3.4. We have 11 minus 10, 55,6. We have the square root of 16. We can write that as 4, all right? We have the square root of negative 9. You would know if you have a square root of a negative number, that would give you a math error in your calculator. It's actually an imaginary number. Once you start or continue with maths until varsity, it's an imaginary number. Or unless if you're in a technical school, you will learn about imaginary numbers in technical maths. All right, and then we have 169. The square root of 169 is actually 13. Okay, and you can check on your calculator, guys. Please do make sure you can use your calculators and you can check so you can see the square root of 16 is 4. If you check there, the square root of negative 9, it will give you a math error. Okay, because it's an imaginary number. If you check the square root of 169, so it is 13. Okay, now that we have these numbers, what can we do with them? Let's answer the following questions. All right, 3.4.1. Okay, so it says pick a negative number. All right, so from these numbers that were given over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Which one is the negative number? Okay, guys, you can answer in the comment section, but we can see that the negative number there is negative 10. All right. And then 3.4.2, pick 2 numbers that are a perfect square. All right. And we do have 2 numbers that are a perfect square. So that's basically going to be root 16 and the square root of 169. All right. And then now we go over to 3. Yes, thank you, Shuvai. Thank you, Lindokuhle. All right, so yes, so that's 3.4.2. Okay, guys, it's not really necessary to be beefing with each other. You're here in this session because you want to learn and you want to prepare for your exams, all right? I know some schools are writing on Monday, others are writing later in June. So yeah, use this platform to learn and also encourage one another. Okay, so yes, Now 3.4.3, it says pick a non-real number. Okay, so which one is non-real? We did talk about it. We saw it. If you put it in the calculator, it gave us a math error. It's an imaginary number, all right? So that one would be root -9. Yes, Sianda, square root. I know you can't put a square root there in the comment section, but I got you. All right. Now we are almost there. 3.4.3 or 0.4 now. We're done with 3.4.3. It says pick 3 numbers that are integers. What is an integer, by the way? All right. So an integer is like a whole number. It's just now we have numbers in the negative side that we also consider. Okay. So from negative infinity to positive infinity, but the difference with integers, we do not consider fractions. We don't consider decimals. It has to be a whole number, but you can consider negative numbers as well. So let's see from the selection that we have, let's pick 3 numbers that are integers. Okay, so 10, the first one, 11, we can pick 11. There's also the -10, that is an integer. The 55.6, not an integer. All right, and then we can also pick the root 16, which is 4. Okay, you can put root 16 or you can put 4 there. All right, so those are the 3 numbers that are integers. You could also put 13. Okay, as if you don't want to use root 16, you can also put root 169, or you can put it there as 13. Those are your integers. Okay, but just pick 3. You don't have to put all 4. 3 will be enough. It will suffice. Okay. Alrighty, thank you, Sianda.
Sorry, I just want to demerit. Klein, you get a demerit. Also, gaming with AK-47. The 2 of you are getting demerits for your behavior in this platform. Demeriting.
Okay, all right. Last question. Okay, it says pick 2 prime numbers. Okay, so which prime numbers do we have there? So 10, -10, definitely not. 11, yes, because it can only be divided by itself and 1. 55.6, that's a decimal, it's not a prime number. Square root of 16, no. 4 is not a prime number. This is an imaginary number. 13, yes, 13 can be divided by itself and 1. Okay, so our 2 prime numbers are 11 and 13. Alrighty, and that's basically that. Okay, so I'm going to take this moment, give you guys a minute just to, yes, thank you, Kamachelo. Thank you, Sianda, for that 11. Kamachelo Lepale, 11 and 13. So, yes, I'm going to take this moment then to ask if you guys have any questions for question 3. Actually, for the entire paper. If maybe there was something that you missed or something that you didn't understand, this is your opportunity now to. Okay, so Sibusiso 3.4.4. All right, let's go back. So pick 3 numbers that are integers. Okay, so Sibusiso, integers. Okay, integers are basically like whole numbers. What is a whole number? Okay, it's from 0, 1, 2, up until positive infinity, right? But with integers, you can start from negative numbers, okay? You can start from negative infinity and take it all the way to positive infinity. I would advise you to actually watch our video on integers, all right? Yeah, basically from negative infinity to infinity. So you can start, maybe let's say start from negative 100, and you go negative 99, negative 98, blah, 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 until you get all the way to 0. And then you take it all the way 1, 2, 3. So those are integers. The integers do not have, we don't consider decimals. What do I mean by decimal? That 55.6, we do not consider that as an integer, nor is it a whole number. That root -9, it's an imaginary number, so it's not an integer. Root 16, I included it as an integer because if you simplify it equates to 4. All right, so 4 is an integer. Root 169 can be written as 13. So 13 is an integer. So the options that I gave you there from the numbers that we have, 11 is an integer, negative 10 is an integer, root 16 or 4 is an integer, so you could have just stopped there. Or instead of using root 16, you could have used root 169, or in other words, 13. That is an integer. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Just tell me again if you don't understand. All right, so yeah, also me, ma'am. Random guy, all right, what didn't you understand? Please just make it clear. Depressed mood. Why do you say depressed mood? Depression is not something to play with. Is this going to be in the test? Is it in your scope? What is in your scope? It should be. Okay, something, not these exact questions. Okay, questions that are similar will be in a test. Okay, Sianda Maseko, I don't understand factors. All right, so when you write down the factors, when we talk about factors, maybe let's say factors of 30 in this case, basically what numbers, if you were to break down 30, okay, factors are simply that, sort of like the breaking down of numbers and seeing if you were to divide 30 by 2, and for instance now we get 15. If you were to divide 30 by 3, we get 10. So you're trying to see what two numbers can you multiply in order to get 30. Okay, and those would be the factors of 30. Yeah, that's why sometimes we even calculate common factors, meaning if I had 30 and I had 15, okay, maybe that's not a great example. Maybe let's say 30 and 45. And I asked you, what is the common factor between 30 and 45? There are quite a few of them. Okay, so for example, 5 is a factor of 30, right? There it is. If I divide 30 by 5, I get 6. Okay, so 5 is a factor. Is 5 a factor and 45? Yes. If I take 5 times 9, I'm going to get 45. So 5 is one of the common factors. Okay, so 5 is a common factor of 30 and 45. So whenever they ask, write down the common factors, that is what's common in 30 and 45. Okay, if they just want the factors of 30, you're going to see, which two numbers, if I were to multiply them, will give me 30. So that is what I mean by factors. That is the factors. If you have multiples, if I say give me the multiples of 30, it means, okay, I have 30. Now, if I add another 30, I would have 60. If I add another 30, I would have 90. So these are the multiples of 30, and multiples of numbers can go all the way to infinity. That is why in the question they kept us to say multiples of 4 less than 80, okay, because you can go far. But with factors, there are so many factors that you can have. All right, just like with the prime number has only two factors, which is the number itself and 1. So I hope you understand what factors are. Okay, let me just check if maybe there aren't any other questions here. Okay, Jessica tried to explain as well. Jessica said if they ask you for factors of a number, is it okay to use this method for all the sums they give you? Okay, Jessica, so this is a question. If they ask you for factors of a number, is it okay to use this method for all the sums they give you? I think this is okay. Otherwise, how else? So you would list them down. Like I said, you start with 1 and check it. Is it a fact? Obviously, it will be. Check 2. Is it a factor? Write it down. Check 3, 4, 5, 6. Da, 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 da. After you've checked it, I would write it down like this to answer your question, Jessica. Then you list them down. Okay, because they asked you to write down the factors, and when you list them, use semicolons. All right, and yeah, so my husband just said to tell you, for those who are in Princess Park, this is the scope, and everything we did will be in the test. Okay, but what did I do now? Okay, sorry. So that's basically it. Okay, Libu, Washu, what are non-real factors? So non-real, remember we had a look at that number that was not real, this root of -9. So if anything is non-real, it's something that it doesn't exist, it's imaginary. Okay, so if we have non-real factors, then I guess it would be, yeah. So that's basically it. Yeah, non-real factors, love. Have you guys covered non-real factors?
Everything we did.
Everything with, yeah, no, someone is asking about non-real factors.
What about them?
Have you guys done them?
They are in the test.
Non-real factors. Non-real factors are in the test as well. Okay, and
Show them how to access
the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, guys, we have all these things that we have covered today. We do have videos on our YouTube channel that you can also access and have a look in your own time. So let me just open up a different browser just to show you. So if you go on whatever browser that you were using, okay, the internet is a little bit slow, and you go to YouTube, all right, and you're gonna search on YouTube for MV Tutors. Over here, so we have MV Tutors. Okay. There we are. So you see here is MV Tutors. So you just click on it, and then you go to playlist, because yeah, if you go to playlist, you'll see we have other grades, but you're in grade 8. So we're going to look at the grade 8 maths playlist. So go and view this playlist, and you will see then what videos we have. So we've covered algebraic equations. I think that's going to be in your paper 2. Other students, I know you're writing one big maths paper, so everything is going to be included. We have functions and relationships. We cover scientific notation, fractions for those who are struggling to add, to subtract, to multiply and divide fractions. It's there. We have laws of exponents, all right, as well as some more examples of exponents. And then integers also we covered. So for those who didn't understand, please go to the lesson on integers. Then we're looking at rate, percentages, and decimal fractions. We've also covered ratios. If you're having a difficulty in converting between units, we also cover that. Highest common factor, we didn't really look at it here. We just talked just a little bit about factors. So you need to also know how to do high common factors, low common multiples as well, looking at the ladder method. Again, if you didn't understand factors, please go ahead and look at the factors, multiples, prime numbers, they're there, whole numbers, all the properties of whole numbers, they're also there, commutative, associative, distributive, and the rest. Okay, so that's basically, and yeah, if you have numeric and geometric patterns, I think that'll be in paper 2. So you can have a look. We have all the videos that you guys need in order to simplify maths for you. And thank you so much for joining in. Let me just check if you guys are saying anything that is worth mentioning. Depressed Moon says, I know the maths paper is gonna clap. No, it will not. It won't. If you practice sufficiently, you'll be fine. Maths is not a monster, guys. It's actually quite beautiful. Just invest your time in practicing it, and you'll see how easy it becomes. Thank you, Random Guy. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Kamuhelo. Thank you so much for joining in. Klein says, ma'am, can you please show us one of your videos? Which one? You can go and check. Let's say we're looking at the highest common factor and lowest common multiple. Okay, so yeah, this is where you access the videos. Oh, we adverts. Unfortunately, let me just mute. But that's basically where you're gonna find. Just go to the grade 8 playlist, and then you'll find all the videos that you need. All right. So, for example, we're looking at the lowest common multiple of 16 and 40. There, they are. There they are. That's one of the videos. All right. But please do have a look at the grade 8 maths playlist. all the topics that you're going to write about for the exams, they are there. All right. Practice, 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 and you'll be okay. Unirine Chikosi, thank you. Thank you, Mapea Mukwena. Yeah, thank you, Angel Sibanda. I recognize the names from PTHS. So yeah, PTHS, Princess Park. I don't know which other school is featuring here, but thank you for joining in. Yes, Linda Gutlendlovu from PTHS. Yeah, so basically that's it, guys. I'm going to close off the session. It's 1 o'clock. Enjoy your Saturday. Practice some more. Subscribe to the channel. Do not leave without subscribing, okay? So that you know whenever I load a video, you are the first to know, okay? Click on the notification bell as well. And what about paper 2, Rutabile? We will be doing paper 2 next week. We'll definitely share the link, and you'll be ready for your paper 2 in time, okay? And yeah, bye. Okay, bye. Thank you, DMM. Thank you, random guy. Yeah, bye, guys. Before you close, all right, Rutabile, before I close. Arivu, Washu, thank you. Sianda Maseko, thank you. I'll wait a little bit for Rutabile because saying before I close. Oh, please explain the non-real factors. Okay, let me just check again. Guys, if you need to leave, yes, you can definitely go. Let me just attend now. Yeah, let me just look at other examples there. Okay. So let us address these non-real factors. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. So, yeah. In the case of non-real factors, let me just. Guys, if you need to leave. Okay. Do you have examples of non-real factors, Lab, that I can use here?
Non-real factors.
Mm-hmm.
They are all negative numbers.
Yeah. Square root of negative. Yeah. So if you're looking.
It's only those.
Okay. So if we're going to look at an example. Okay.
You got 2 minutes.
Oh, then it shuts down.
No, then we need to go.
We need to go. Okay, non-real factors. For example, then we have that square root of -9. Okay, how will we get the factors there? We know that the factors of 9 in general, you have 1 and 9, and you have 3 and 3. Okay, so basically, if you're to list the factors of 9, it would be 1, 3, and 9. But now, if you have this non-real factor of root -9, okay, if you're going to list the factors of it, so okay, the factors of it would be what? I'm not sure how to write it under the square root. Okay, yeah, because we have negative. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to present it. Love, how would you present it?
What are you doing?
The non-real factors of negative root -9.
No, remember. Any square
I know that is a negative, it's a non-real number.
Yes, what are you looking for?
They're asking about non-real factors. If I were to, I just don't know
There's
an
no
example.
such a thing.
There
There's
isn't.
non-real number, non-real factors. Same thing.
Okay, you're not solving it.
No.
There's no solving.
You
Okay.
can never solve them. They'll ask you what are they.
What are they? Oh, okay.
Any square root of a negative number is non-real.
Yes.
You cannot
yes.
square root a negative number.
You can't.
Whatever
Okay.
number it is.
Yeah. So yeah, saying what are you doing? Yeah, no. I thought he wanted like if we were to get the square root of a negative number there, how can you write the factors of it? But this
There's
would
no
be a
factors of it.
okay. Non-real numbers, not non-real factors. Okay.
They don't exist.
I thought you guys did something like this. Okay, so we just have non-real numbers. In terms of non-real factors, yeah, I guess we don't really cover that in the scope. Okay, let's not confuse each other. And yeah, that's it. Let's
Close
just say
it.
bye.
We're done.
How do you close it?
Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Yes, are
close
non-real
base.
factors always in a square root? Yes, in a square root, yeah, because you can have a cubed root that's negative. That is definitely possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye, guys. We have to go now.
We have to go.
Bye bye. Time's up.
Go practice. All the best. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, you can leave now. Bye.
And for you who were mean in this session, you all get demerits. Come see me on Monday.
All right. Okay,
Give your
cool.
demerits.
Yeah.